The following is a championship event from Retro Sports Network, home of the champions indeed, past, present, and/or future. Well, that took longer than it should have. My name is Ron Juckett, and we welcome you. Don't hit that button. Hit that button. We welcome you to the National League Championship game. This is it. This is the big bag of marbles. This is what you play for. The 167th and last game of the National League schedule. And it's all between the Philadelphia Phillies and Los Angeles Dodgers. These two teams have not only split the first 4 games, no one has won more than one game at a time. It's like a best-of-5 tennis match. The Dodgers won game 1 behind Bert Hooton against Larry Christensen. That's the matchup you get tonight. In game 2, Bob Welch gets hurt, and the Phillies pound the bullpen. In game 3, maybe one of the best playoff games ever. No one wanted to lose. The Dodgers finally prevail in extra innings, 8-7. And yesterday, with Bob Welch back on the mound, the bullpens couldn't quite hold it out, and the Phillies forced a game 5. And so finally, here we are. It's the Phillies and the Dodgers. And all that's at stake is a trip to the World Series. Just a casual Friday night in Los Angeles, don't you think? As Retro Sports Network proudly presents the 1978 National League Championship Series. Tonight, the National League Championship game. There is no more tomorrow. We are tied at 2. From Dodger Stadium, it's the NL West champion Los Angeles Dodgers against the National League East champion Philadelphia Phillies. And tonight's cricket match is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Speaker, Spotify, not Spotify, we did the C joke already, and iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. Mr. Gardner, being a smart aleck in the chat, and I did episode number 58 today on multiple game disorder. Okay, a gentle reminder as we get started here, as Bert Hooton takes his warm-up tosses. I don't want to boot anybody. I don't want to time out anybody. I know that emotions are going to run raw. We've got big Dodger fans. We've got big Philly fans here. But you got to behave yourselves. I'm not trying to be sarcastic to anybody. We're going to try to do this the best that we can. Enjoy what you got and be nice when it's over. And when we're over, we're going to have a champion. And to that end, let's meet the Philadelphia Phillies for game number 5. It really is pretty much the same lineup. They've ran out here 3 times. Bake McBride will lead off in right field. Larry Boa will bat second and play short. Mike Schmidt will bat third and play third. Greg Luzinski will clean up in left field. Richie Hebner will play first and bat fifth. Gary Maddox in center will hit sixth. Teddy Sizemore at second will bat seventh. Bob Boone behind the plate will go eighth. And Larry Christensen, who did not pitch well in Game 1, he gets the start in Game 5. And Randy Lurch are the 2 long men tonight for the Phillies. Let's go Mets. Not the 78. Dave's been hitting the sauce again, right? Bert Hooton won his start. He went 8 in the third innings in Game 1. He allowed 5 hits, 4 runs, all earned. He walked 7. He does that tonight. The Phillies are going to the series, and struck out 4. He is a fastball pitcher and a ground ball pitcher at 85 miles an hour, sweet and sour. Is that your drinks or your chicken? Hooton, by the way, 28 years old. How you doing, Lorenzo? The defense around him, Rick Monday is back in center field tonight. Dusty Baker is 7 and a 4 in left. Rick Monday is a 4 and a 3 in center. Reggie Smith a 5 and an 8 in right. Ronnie Say is a 7 at third. Bill Russell an 8 at short. Davey Lopes a 10 at second. Steve Garvey a 9 at first. Steve Yeager behind the plate is a 7 and an 8, and Hooton is on the mound. Now, Tommy Lasorda has said unless he is used tonight, Don Sutton will start Game 1 of the World Series. The Phillies have said, Danny Ozark, that is, has said unless he is used tonight, Dick Ruthven would start Game 1 for the Phillies. Indeed, this is it. The 167th and last game of the National League schedule for 1978. Bake McBride is 4 for 17 in this LCS. He went 0 for 5 yesterday. He has no home runs. He's driven in 1 run, and he stole a base. And so we're all out of tomorrow's. Bert Hooton can go up to 140 pitches. Larry Christensen 120. And the ball game starts with a fly ball to center field. Monday, 1 out. Larry Boa is 7 of 19 in this series. He has 6 RBI. He had 3 in Game 2 and 2 in Game 4. So in the Phillies wins, he is 5 for 10 with 5 RBI. And the games the Dodgers have won, he is 2 for 9. So 7 of 19 with 6 RBI and a double. I wouldn't even venture to guess. I think whoever the player of the game is for tonight is going to be the MVP of the series. Pitch to Boa. Here's a little looper into right field, and that will be a single. And so that's the first hit of the ball game, and it belongs to the Phillies. Here is Mike Schmidt. He is 5 of 15 in the series. He has 2 doubles and 3 RBI. Hooton from the stretch. Into center field. Monday will not get there. That fell into Death Valley. Lopes, Smith, and Monday all converged, and nobody got it. And so Hooton, can watch his shoulders droop on the mound. So 2 on and 1 out. Boa on second, Schmidt on first for Luzinski. A Texas leaguer for sure. In the Phillies wins, Greg Luzinski has 2 homers and 7 RBI. He is 3 for 15. He's hit 2 homers. He's driven in 7. He has not hit well when the Phillies haven't won. Pitch from Hooton. Little ground ball to Say. Only play is to first. Garvey keeps his foot on the bag. 2 out. So that'll bring up Hebner. Boa and Schmidt in scoring position, and Schmidt's going to score on a base hit. Hebner is 6 of 14 in this LCS. He is driven in 2 and hit 2 solo shots. 1 in Game 1 and 1 in Game 3. He has scored 4 times and is hitting .429. Sandy's in the owner's box. Roy Campanella threw out the first pitch tonight. Pitch to Hebner. There's a fly ball to center, and the Dodgers get out of it. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors. We go to the bottom of the first. Philly strand 2. No score. The Dodgers are the reason we're starting late here because they're made 3 changes to the lineup from yesterday. Davey Lopes will lead us off at second base. Bill Russell goes back to batting second. He's at short. Ron Say at third will bat third. Steve Garvey. Steve Garvey cleans up at first. Reggie Smith in right will bat fifth. Dusty Baker in left will bat sixth. Rick Monday back in the lineup will play center and bat seventh. Yeager behind the plate will bat eighth. And Bert Hooton will be happy to get out of that jam, will hit ninth. And we put up the logo back up so you don't see the slides worn by. Larry Christensen did not pitch well. How you doing, Big Clue? 6 1/3 innings. Although the ERA isn't bad. 6 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned. He walked 2 and struck out 6. So on paper, this is it. Game 5. Your backup pitcher tonight is Doug Rao, Lorenzo. On paper, he pitched better than what he looked. He can go about 120 pitches if all things are going well. Lozinski is a 4 and a 4 in left. Gary Maddox a 10 and a 6 in right. Bake McBride is a 9 and an 8 in center for Maddox, 9 and 8 in right for McBride. Schmidt a 10 at third. Boa a 10 at short. Sizemore a 7 at second. Hebner a 6 at first. Boone a 10 and a 5 behind the plate. Christensen is an 8 with a .938 fielding percentage. Davey Lopes is 7 of 20 in this league championship series. He has an RBI, a double, a triple, a no home run, and a stolen base. These two teams, by the way, have combined for 11 errors in 4 games. Or as defensively crisply played as a bag of mushy apples on your counter. Pitch to Lopes is a liner to right base hit. So Lopes gets the train started with a leadoff single. Russell. He is 8 for 19. He's had a good series. In fact, at Dodger Stadium, he is 6 for 10. He now has 3 RBI and 2 doubles. Hit and run will be on. Pitch. Runner goes. Ground ball to Hebner. Hebner makes a diving stop. His only play is to first. The hit and run worked. Lopes moves to second. 1 out. For Ronnie Say. The Penguin is 7 for 18 on the series. A homer and 2 RBI. The home run came in Game 2. He went 3 for 4 last night. Pitch from Christensen. Struck him out. He got him on a full count fastball. 2 out for Garvey. Steve is 5 for 18. He has 3 doubles on the series and an RBI. No happy feat indeed for that Penguin. In the win in Game 3, he went 3 for 6 with 2 doubles. Christensen trying to get out of the first. Here's the pitch. Line drive, Sizemore, web jam. He robbed him of a hit and probably a run. Sizemore had to time the leap perfectly. He makes the catch, and that will retire the side. Garvey quietly claps in Sizemore's direction. I mean, that was highway robbery. You couldn't sit on the 5 and get robbed like that. How you doing, Tribe fan? No runs, a hit, a runner left. After 1, no score. Well, I'm sure Garvey does, but Gary Maddox is 6 for 17. He has 2 doubles, a homer, and 4 RBI. Pitch count wise, 15 apiece after 1. That is absolutely fine. Pitch to Maddox, struck him out. Got him on a 1-2, and Gary got caught looking. So here's Ted Sizemore. Ted is 2 for 17. Had a good game 1, and that's about it. He got his double then. So we said the only pitchers not available tonight, Bob Welch for the Dodgers and Jim Cott for the Phillies. Everybody else is on standby. Pitch to Sizemore. To short, Russell across the way for the out. So 2 out. Chamber of Commerce has delivered a beautiful evening here. 73 degrees, winds left to right at 5. Ballpark playing small as it has the entire series. Boone has finally started to hit. He's 4 for 13. Had a stolen base in Game 4. One of those moments that make you want to faint. He has all singles in this series. He's walked twice and struck out once. Hooten. Yep, only Welch. Right now is going to be, if the Dodgers win, a Game 2 starter here at home. Pitch to Boone. There's a ground ball to Garvey, takes it to the bag himself, and that will retire the side. So kind of like doing a Jenga puzzle right now. You just don't want to be the first one to make a mistake. After an inning and a half, it's the Phillies nothing, the Dodgers nothing. Yet Cott and Welch have nearly 500 victories between them. That's amazing. Reggie Smith is 3 for 15 in this series. Again, when the Dodgers win, he is 3 for 7. When the Dodgers lose, he is 0 for 8. He has a homer. That came in Game 3. And a triple. That came in Game 1. But the home run was a solo job. Christensen starts the second. Ball 4. So 56,000 and change on pins and needles here. Well, it is California. Acupuncture, I guess, would even be the norm for 1978. Dr. Skull, Dusty Baker, is 4 for 17. He's got a homer, 2 doubles, and 5 RBI. Baker waves the bat back and forth. You should know better than that. We did things by division, Dan. So the AL West hosted games 1 and 2, and the NL East hosted games 1 and 2. Whoever wins this game hosts game 1 of the World Series on Tuesday night. JT Dutch, how are you? When did that change? I think the rotation stayed through until the wild card era. I think the entire LCS, even when it went best of 7, was done on a divisional rotation basis. Pitch to a throw to first. Smith back. Line drive to Boa. 1 out. So Rick Monday is 2 for 10 in the series. He did have a home run in Game 1. He has struck out 4 times. He pinch hit last night. So 1 out. not high enough for Smith to be chancing it. Monday, base hit right center field. Maddox will pick it up and bobble it. Do they move up 90? Yes, they do. Gary Maddox juggles the ball. And there's a E8. So the series of defensive wizardry has not come yet. Yeah, you got to go with the past rules. It's kind of funny that we start in the National League Park. And I think this started in '76. Remember, the designated hitter was experimental. So it was '76 was the first year that they started with the DH, and then it alternated. But the funny thing is, it alternated in the National League Park. And I believe that went through '84. And then when the LCSs went best of 7 is when they went to home park. Because when the Red Sox played in '86, Clemens and Hurst had to hit at Shea. Yeager has only caught 2 games of this series, 1 for 6. He had 2 RBI, the home run in Game 3. Got a chance here for 2 RBI. 1 out. Smith on third, Monday on second. Pitch to Yeager. Ground ball to Boa. They'll concede the run. 1 run doesn't cost you anything. Yeager is out, 2 away. So Monday on stays at second for Bert Hooton. Who went 1 for 4 in Game 1. How about that? And scored a run. Christensen, a heavy inning here. Into right, McBride, and that will retire to side. The error is costly. A run on a hit. And after 2, it's the Dodgers 1, the Phillies nothing. So that'll bring up Larry Christensen. Larry went 0 for 2 with the strikeout in Game 1. Yeager, by the way, does get an RBI. Although the run, I believe, is going to be unearned. Pitch to Christensen. Here's a liner to right. Reggie Smith is there, 1 out. So McBride is 0 for 1. Hooton 38 pitches through 9 batters. 2 in the 3rd innings, 2 hits, and a strikeout. This time he draws a walk. And he can steal. Here's Boa. He singled his first time up. Hooton throws to first. McBride is retired. He was going, and they picked him off. And Tommy just sits there and goes, whew. So 2 out on the pickoff. 1-3. And now he'll work on Boa. And Larry hits a ground ball to Lopes over to first, and the Phillies make another mental error. They've made 2 in the ball game, and it's cost them a run. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 3rd here in Game 5, 1-0 Dodgers. And so Christensen, 45 pitches, 2 innings, 2 hits, a walk, and a strikeout. Lopes is 1 for 1. To short, Boa. Gotta hurry. Lopes is out by an eyelash. Ho, ho, ho. A big out for Bill Russell, who was 0 for 1. Christensen deals. There's a liner to center. Maddox will make that catch. 2 out for Say, who struck out his first time up. The lone strikeout for Larry Christensen. Got him again. He swung on and missed an 85-mile-an-hour fastball, and so Christensen bounces back after the rough inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the fourth, 1-0 Dodgers. So Schmidt, Luzinski, and Hebner to face Hooten. Schmidt singled his first time up. Pitch to Mike. Popped up. Left side, say, 1 out. Here's Luzinski. He's 0 for 1. Struck him out. He got him looking on a full count fastball, and that's a second for Happy. The wind now blowing in from left at 5. Hooten paces the mound for Hebner, who's 0 for 1. We'll see if that run holds up. But I would bet a rock of Gibraltar that you'd like 2 or 3 more. Line drive, right field base hit. Hebner ripped that one in there, and that's the third hit for the Phillies. Here's Maddox, who needs to atone for his error. It was a single, but Smith advanced to second on the air. In fact, I think they're calling it a 2, but no, well, he scored. Shouldn't he have a hit for that? We'll take a look, because he bats second in the fourth. Pitch to Maddox is a ground ball to Lopes. Snap throw to Garvey, and the side is retired. No runs, a hit. The Phillies strand a runner. After 3.5, Los Angeles 1, Philadelphia 0. So here's Garvey, who's 0 for 1. Yeah, a bittersweet day in Dodger Nation. Lou Johnson, Sweet Lou at 86, passed away today. He is best known for a solo homer hit off of Jim Cott in Game 7 of the 65 series. Pitch to Garvey. Base hit left side. So that's a single. Third hit for the Dodgers. He walked and scored. Must be Monday had the error. So Reggie Smith has the lone Dodger run. Snap throw to first. Garvey back. Pitch. Struck him out. So Christensen looks a lot better since giving up the run. I tell you just how different baseball was in 1965. Lou Johnson tied for the lead in home runs with the Dodgers. He had all of 12. Here's Baker. He's 0 for 1. Pitched a throw to first. Garvey back. Baker to Sizemore. Might be 2. Boa for 1. Over to Hebner. I don't think so. I think Baker's got it beat, and he does. So 4-6 on the 4s. 2 out for Monday, who singled. And then the error moves Smith to third. And Monday took second. Got him! 1-2 at the belt, and that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. We go to the fifth. This one is as tight as you can imagine. After 4, LA 1, Philadelphia 0. So Sizemore, Boone, and Christensen to face Hooten here in the fifth. Sizemore is 0 for 1. The Phillies really need something out of the bottom of their lineup. Ground ball to Russell. Over to first, 1 out. For Boone, who's 0 for 1, although Boone has hit better here in the LCS. Pitcher spot due up, and you're not going to yank him in a 1-0 game. Line drive to right. Reggie's there. 2 out. So Larry Christensen's 0 for 1. Hooten. Got him. He got him to swing and miss on a full count fastball. We're halfway home here in game number 5. It's the Dodgers 1, the Phillies nothing, and we'll be back right after this message. Retro Sports Network proudly presents the 1978 National League Championship Series. Tonight, the National League Championship, game number 5. The series tied at 2. The Philadelphia Phillies and the Los Angeles Dodgers, and the Dodgers lead halfway home 1-0. And tonight's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. We taped episode 58 today, by the way. The Jack Lambert episode talks about multiple game disorder. Find us today on iTunes, iHeart, and Spreaker, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. Right here on Retro Sports Network. And I flopped that up. Alright, oops. So we got the shrinky screen here today. The game isn't going to cooperate with us. The lone run came on a fielder's choice hit by Steve Yeager, which scored Reggie Smith to make a 1-0 Dodgers. And in a game that needs pitching to decide how it's going to happen, both pitchers have come out and thrown well. Christensen, 4 innings, 3 hits, and unearned run. He's walked 1 and struck out 4. Houghton, 3-hitter through 5. He's walked 1 and struck out 3. We are getting the duel we had thought we were going to get in Game 1. Yeager, sac fly. No, couldn't have been a sac fly. Fielder's choice. I just read it, Ron. Comprehension is not my thing. Anyway, he's 0 for 1 with an RBI. Christensen deals and a little ground ball to Boa over the first one out. Brings up Houghton, who's 0 for 1. Both teams have stranded 3 runners. Pitch to Houghton. Slow roller to Sizemore. Over to Hebner for the out. 2 away for Lopes, who is 1 for 2. I would think so. The way this series is going, JT, things are subject to significant change in the second half. You never know when you're going to get that dollar spin on the Showcase Showdown. Lopes is 1 for 2. He has singled. Christensen threw 18 batters, 4 2/3 innings, 85 pitches. This is going to be a bullpen game for Philly rather quick. An unearned run. He has walked 1 and struck out 4. Pitch to Lopes, ball 4. And we'll start to watch the batting averages. If they start to climb, then that will be my cue to yank Christensen. Russell is 0 for 2. And he's going to stay put. 97% is not 100%. Pitch to throw to first. Lopes back. Nope, I'm still having him stay put. 95% is not 100%. We learned that the hard way the last night. Pitch to Russell. Base hit, left center field. Lopes goes to third. Runners on the corner. Still 2 out. And Christensen, we're going to look. It's a mound visit. Christensen says he's strong. We'll show you everybody. Lurch probably the best chance here to get in the ball game if it gets to be 2-0. But right now, they're not going to make a change. Carlton could throw 50. Ruthven can throw 75. Might see Ruthven come in. But for the moment, yeah, all hands on deck for the moment. Christensen will pitch to Say, who has struck out twice. And again, got him again. He got him to swing and miss, and Christensen just looks to the heavens and takes a big sigh. Say has taken the collar. No runs, 1 hit, and no errors. We go to the 6th. It's 1-0 Los Angeles. Oh, baby. McBride is 0 for 1 with a walk. Hooten threw 18 batters, 80 pitches, 5 innings, 3 hits, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. A sigh after Say. Pitch to McBride. Liner to center. Monday, 1 out. Larry Boa, 1 for 2. Hooten has held the Phillies to 3 hits and a walk. To third, Say, long throw, 2 out. And that brings up Schmidt. He is 1 for 2. He's got himself a single. Hooten has done everything the Dodgers have asked of him and is making that puny little run hold right up. Pitch to Schmidt. Ball 4, 2 out walk. So here's Luzinski. He is 0 for 2 and has a strikeout. Tommy looks out. Hooten says, I got him. Don't worry. I got him. Kicks and fires. Pop up right field. Reggie makes the catch, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits. The walk does not hurt. We go to the bottom of the 6th. The Dodgers 1, the Phillies nothing. So it'll be Garvey, Smith, and Baker. It's just still a 1-0 game, bottom of the 6th. But Christensen's time is starting to run short. Pitch to Garvey. Struck him out. He got him on a 2-2 fastball, swung on and missed. That's 6 for Larry. And here's Smith. Reggie has walked, struck out, scored, and is 0 for 1. Remember, it's better to look good than to feel good. Pitch to Smith. Struck him out again. A 1-2 on the outside corner on a breaking ball, and that's 7 for Christensen. And that brings up Dusty Baker, who is 0 for 2. Oh, boy. Good morning, good afternoon, and a curveball says good night. Christensen strikes out the side. We go to the 7th. It's the Dodgers 1. The Phillies, nothing. Yep, Christensen has done everything you possibly could ask for. 1 run in 6 innings. He has struck out 8. And any way you slice it, win or lose, that's as good as you can do, almost. And so Hebner, Mannix, and Sizemore to face Hooten. The 1 run was not earned. In fact, he did not give up an earned run. Remember, It was the single by Monday that was misplayed by Gary Maddox that allowed Smith to move to third. Kurt Flood commiserates. Here's Hebner, 1 for 2. To third, Say, 1 out. Here's Maddox, he's 0 for 2. I think a bag of California walnuts will get cracked first, don't you? Maddox is struck out, he's 0 for 2. Up the middle, a base hit, tying runs on. And Gary has speed for Sizemore. And so Hooten, and you know he's going to throw to first. Maddox back. Sizemore 0 for 2. You both are. Into right. Back goes Smith. Off the... No, he made the catch against the wall. He had to go way, way back there. I thought that was going to hit the wall, but he got the glove up for the second out. Wow. It's not called a great catch, but at least from here, I thought that was extra bases for sure. I picked the wrong night to stop stiff and glue. Here's Boone. He's 0 for 2. Oh, baby. Pitch to Boone. Up the middle. Hooten stabs it. First base. That will retire the side. Warren Brewster coming in. It's time for the stretch. Warren Brewster's coming in. Jim Morrison will bat 9th and play 2nd, so that will be it for Sizemore in this LCS. Morrison is a 6, by the way. Brewster pitched in the loss. It took the loss in Game 3. He went an inning, allowed 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned, and struck out 2. So an inning and 2/3 in 2 games, 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned, and he struck out 2. And he's got an ERA, a WTIC, 1080 Hartford. He is a fastball pitcher and a ground ball plus pitcher at 91. So it'll be Monday. It was 1 for 2 and a strikeout, Yeager, and then we got to figure out what we're going to do with Happy Hooten. I say you leave him in, but I'll listen to reason. Pitch to Monday is a ground ball to Morrison. L.A. Woman throws to first, 1 out. No, he threw it away! He threw it away, and oh, does that cost him dearly as Monday moves to 2nd. He picked it up. It should have been a routine play, and it goes into the Phillies' dugout. In fact, Danny Ozark almost took that off the noggin. And so L.A. Woman was probably the right thing. As we look at the replay, oh, we can't show it to you, but somebody behind the dugout that is tall and lovely and from Ipanema lifted up her shirt, and I think Morrison was visually distracted, if you know what I mean. So let's see what Yeager does. He's 0 for 2 with an RBI. And yeah, I think you do have to pinch hit for Hooten if runner's in scoring position. He might not be for long. That's a single, and Monday was going to hold at third. And so, yeah, Warren Brewster, maybe not the one you wanted to go with there. All right, gang, who can hit a righty? The Dodgers aren't messing around. They need runs. And you got a guy now that can give you 3 in a hurry. Lacey had a sac fly in 1 game. Infield playing in. 1-0 Dodgers, bottom of the 7th. I think you got to go for the offense here. I think Jamie's right. Pitch to Lacey. Struck him out. Oh, that worked. Here's Lopes. He's 1 for 2. Oh, the best laid plans of mice and men. You can make an argument either way, but with a runner on third and you got the power sitting right there. Yeah, you be quiet, Jamie. Yeah, he could have done that. Absolutely. So Lopes is 1 for 2 with a walk. You run out of tomorrows regardless of who wins the ball game. This is when you push the car into overdrive and make the Phillies pay for that error. Pitch to Lopes. Struck him out. 1-2, swung on and missed. Here's Russell. Brewster looks like, wow. Like he's a bull ready to charge out of a china shop right now. Russell has a single. Can they get away with the 2-base error? Pitch to Russell. They do! He struck him out! My word. A 1-2 caught looking. The error does not hurt. No runs, 1 hit and 1 error. We go to the 8th. Who are we bringing in? Six outside of that pen, Lorenzo. I'll let you choose. Forster, probably the best bet. I'm seeing 1 vote for Forster. Certainly not Charlie Huff. You got Rao. Righty, lefty, switchy. So a vote for Forster. A vote for... okay, Lorenzo wants Forster. So he needs 6 outs. He went game 3. He went an inning. He allowed 3 hits, 2 runs. He walked a batter and struck out a batter. And has an ERA of 18. He is a ground ball triple plus pitcher. And the fastball at 91. Pitch count wise, he can get you 6 outs. But the bullpens have been shakier than in San Andreas on a good day. Here's Morrison. He's at 217, 5 homers and 55 RBI. To third. To first. 1 out. Say with a crisp throw to Garvey, and that'll bring up McBride, who's 0 for 2 of the walk. Let's see if the Phillies pinch hit here. No runs, 4 hits, 2 errors for the Phillies. They've left on 5. The Dodgers, 1 run. Puny as it is, kind of like a colt, a baby colt, spindly legs. It's holding up. 5 hits, no errors, and that's the big thing for the Dodgers. They've not made any mistakes, mental or fielding, and they've left 7 on. Terry Martin will pinch hit. Martin. is 1 for 3 in this LCS. He walked last night. He was 0 for 1 in their win on Game 3. And he went 1 for 2 in Game 2. I'm sorry, he went 0 for 1 in the loss. So 1 for 3, a walk and a strikeout. The pitch. Up the middle, the tying run is on. So Martin with a single, and that'll bring up Boa, who is 1 for 3, 1 out, top the 8th. Say, Garvey, and Smith coming up. Pitch to Boa, to Russell, lopes for 1, over to Garvey, and do they get him? Call it 2! Martin with a roadblock slide, and Lopes knows what he's doing. He threw a strike to Garvey, and the Dodgers are 3 outs away. We go to the bottom of the 8th, 1-0 Dodgers. So here is Say. He has struck out all 3 times up. And Lorenzo's calling Geico. He's calling Progressive. He's calling Allstate. He just wants an insurance run. Pitch to Say. Up the middle, a base hit. That brings up Garvey, who was 1 for 3. 6th hit for the Dodgers. Schmidt, Luzinski, and Hebner. Pit up, Boone and Brewster. Brewster says, get back there. I know what I'm doing. Ball 4. So runners on first and second, and that's going to do it for Brewster. Tug McGraw. Smith does not hit well against lefties. He went 2 innings, allowed 2 hits. He walked a man and struck out 4 last night in setting up the save for a seasick Ron Reed. He's a screwball pitcher. Fastball tops out at 86, and he gives up the fly ball. So runners on first and second with nobody out. Yeah, I was watching the splits. Smith is going to stay in the ball game. Forgot to change it over. Base hit left field. Say will hold at third. And so that will bring up Dusty Baker, who's 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Infield playing in. Say at third. Garvey at second. Smith at first. Dodgers with a chance to salt this one away. McGraw deals. Into left center. That'll score Say. Maddox makes the catch. Say tags. He's going to go home. The throw goes in the infield, and it's 2-0 Dodgers. Rick Monday is not going to bat. And a big hand goes up for Manny Mota, who struck out last night. So Garvey on second, Smith on first. McGraw deals. Base hit right center field. Garvey will hold. You don't want runners thrown out. You got the Phillies on the ropes. And that'll bring up Yeager, and we're going to have another pinch hitter. Who can hit a lefty? The Vikster. Yep. Must not have hit much against lefties. It's telling me it's 667, but look at the box. It says 324. So Garvey on third, Smith on short, Moda on for second, Moda on first. Here we go, the Vixter. Up the middle, Morrison, Boa for 1, Hebner for 2. But Garvey scored. Nope, Garvey won't do it. So that will retire the side. The Dodgers end up leaving on 9. And Forster stays in the ball game. Let's do the changes real quick. Ferguson will catch. He'll hit 8. North in center. He'll bat 7th. Ferguson is a 6 and a 4. North a 5 and a 3. Schmidt, Luzinski, and maybe a pinch hitter. Dodgers 2, Phillies nothing. Top of the 9th. 56,000 have chewed everything they possibly can. In fact, they're going to give out Botox injections after the ball game because they've sucked on their lips so much. They got the insurance run. The Phillies need 2 to tie and 3 to cause pandemonium. McGraw would hit 5th in the inning. Schmidt 1 for 2 with a walk. Pitch to Schmidt. Ground ball to Garvey. Underhands it to Forster. 1 out. Brings up Luzinski, who is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. 2 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Dodgers. They've left on 9, but it might not matter in about 2 minutes. The Phillies, no runs, 5 hits and 2 errors, and they've left on 5. We know now who the MVP is going to be. I'm not going to say it till after the game, but you might be happy about it. Just saying. Luzinski is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Pitch from Forster, ball 4. And the tying run is out. At the plate for Hebner, who is 1 for 3. Tommy says go. Maddox on deck. Forster into right, in the seats. Hebner's the reverse platoon. Yep, at 353 against lefties, too. And some very nervous people from Clovis, California made that catch. Nobody has gone on the 405 right now. 0-2 the count. Forster deals. Up the middle, North, 2 out. And so Gary Maddox is 1 for 3. He has singled and he has struck out. And a reminder that Game 1 of the World Series will be Tuesday night at 8 Eastern, right here on Retro Sports Network. Philadelphia or Los Angeles remains to be seen, and who they're playing, we don't know yet. Forster needs 1 more. The pitch. Ball 4. So now the Phillies will have a pinch hitter. Luzinski, his run just means a run. Maddox, the tying run on first. And Jose Cardinal is the pinch hitter. Tommy looks at the numbers and says, he's yours, big boy, he's yours. Cardinal had a sac fly in Game 3. And did you really expect this one to go as a blowout? I mean, Darryl Motley's not here. So Forster takes a huge breath. Kicks and deals. to first. Garvey, the bag. The Dodgers win the pennant. The Los Angeles Dodgers are the 1978 National League champions. Garvey leaps into Forster's arms. What a series this has been. And so there is the tale. Two very good clubs. To be honest, Lorenzo, I had this made up last night. And couldn't use it. And so, Bob, what did the kids in Guatemala City get? Well, they get that. Yeah. So, the Dodgers have won the pennant. That big run in the 8th made all the difference in the world. It just made it all a big climb, and finally Terry Forster was able to get the easy save thereabouts. And so we know now that whoever wins the Yankee-Ranger game tomorrow night will have to make a cross-country trip to Los Angeles for Game 1. It'll be Sutton in Game 1, Welch in Game 2, and Hooten in Game 3, wherever we play it. So in tiny, tiny print, Bert Hooten is your series MVP. He went 7 innings in the clincher. He gets his second win of the LCS. He allows 4 hits. He walked 2 and struck out 3. And Terry Forster, 2 innings, 1 hit. He walked 2 and didn't strike out anybody. And poor Larry Christensen, he gave you the game of his life. He went 6 innings. He allowed 4 hits. An unearned run. He walked 2 and struck out 8. And he really was done after 6. Brewster, the 1 run that was earned. And then McGraw, with all the luck not in his favor, did his job. Well, pending real-life result, what's going on in the real world here, we expect to go tomorrow night at 8 for the Yankees and Rangers. It will be John Matlack and Ron Guidry. And then Game 1 of the World Series, obviously, will be in Los Angeles Tuesday night, God willing, and it will be, we know now, Don Sutton gets the call from the Dodgers. The Yankees expect to go with, Catfish Hunter in Game 1. If the Rangers win, they expect to go with Ferguson Jenkins. Yes, the 78 series was indeed the Magic Hit Series. So, get your Dodger tickets on their way out. You get Games 1 and 2, which the Dodgers won in real life, by the way, and 6 and 7. And so you could get Sutton and Jenkins. That would be nice. You never know. And so what a fitting finale. The National League season's done. We'll leave you with this. The Los Angeles Dodgers are the champions of the National League. I'm Ron Juckett. Hey, thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow night for the American League Championship game. Good night from Dodger Stadium.